I felt there's been a lot of really hype about 2012, and don't get me wrong, there is nothing that shouldn't be hyped about 2012, but there's so much information out there right now that it's really, there's conflicting information, there's agreeing information, there's just a whole lot of information about 2012 that it's what the world's going to end, we're going to enter a new phase of evolution, there's going to be catastrophic change, it's going to be destructive change, we're going to peacefully change. What is 2012? I'm not going to come at you with many facts because I tried researching a little bit about the astrology, about entering the age of Aquarius. At first I thought we were leaving the frequency of the light that was affecting our galaxy from a constellation closer to the center of the universe, this would have been Pisces, into a different frequency, which is Aquarius. Then I heard that the solar system is going to be moving below a black hole that is the center point of gravity for our galaxy, and so that this is causing the change. So really, I'm just going to leave, they both sound really probable. I do know, because I can feel the energy, and I'm here in the Andes, that there are extreme changes going on around here, and major points of energy are rising. And so the Dalai Lama said this, other gurus have said this, I know this in my heart from my visions and from my feelings, because I feel what the earth is telling me, that the energy is changing from the Himalayas to the Andes, and that in the Andes is more of a feminine energy. We have Lake Titicaca here in the Andes, which is the womb of the earth. It's the highest lake on the planet. It's a massive lake at the top of the Andes. It's incredible. That's where I'm hopefully going to build my eventual Dharma, meditation, training and healing center, and my orphanage for the spiritually gifted abandoned children. If you want more information on that, and maybe possibly how we can link together to help make this a reality, again, send me a message or a comment, and we'll talk, because this could be some serious stuff as we enter this new age. But so, 2012, it is real, it is happening, the world is changing, evolution is real, we need to evolve, but we're a baby species, and we have to grow. We have to grow into adolescence, and this is what we're doing, and this is what the world is doing for us. This is what the universe is doing for the solar system. What the solar system is doing for the earth. What the earth is doing for us. So if we can understand a little bit more about I'm going to not tell you facts, I'm going to tell you about my visions, and I'm going to tell you about what I feel. I know a feminine energy is rising in the earth. We've been going through an age of masculinity. The Himalayas expanded incredibly. We have 4 billion people for the Himalayas, 3.2 in China, 1 billion in India, and there's 6.4 billion people in the world. So obviously that was a major point of energy for this entire evolution that we've been going through. But what is our evolution has been growth, economy, technology. It has all been really basically masculine attributes. We've been trying to build skyscrapers that are phalanx type buildings. I mean, we're not doing earth type architecture. We're not doing, different forms of art. But this stuff is starting. You can see that people are starting to research different types of architecture rather than high-rise skyscrapers. These cities got built so incredibly, economies got built so incredibly, and everything is growth. Everything is extrovert, which is essentially the bottom line, if you think about the male reproductive organ, it is essentially what the male does to reproduce. It gives while the female receives. And so what we've been seeing buildings in these images, we've been seeing this type of aggressive growth, and we haven't been seeing really a subtle receiving to grow, a subtle taking a step back and letting that be our form of growth. No, it's been pushing, it's been giving out to grow. It hasn't been the interaction of the two. So we go through these changes so that eventually we can have a balanced male-female energy. So either way, the energies are shifting to the Andes. I found some incredible power points that have really heightened my intuition, heightened my visions, heightened my ability to meditate, heightened my ability to cure. So I know this isn't a joke, because I was in India and I was in these areas, and I found a lot of power and a lot of practice. But this as well helped me grow substantially. But here I know that these energy points are real and they're really affecting me. So that's one thing. There's definitely energy being built in the Andes right now. Another vision I had is we are about, and I'm not going to give you a round number here, we're about 84.3% probability of passing through 2012, and it's not going to be December 21st, 2012 exactly, but in this is a date of importance. Passing through this time in a few years further, we have an 84.3% probability that it's going to be a destructive passing. Now, we still have years to link together and plan on how we can be more earthbound. But I mean, with the cities we have built, with the avoidance of the actual problems we've been causing, with all this we've been doing to avoid global warming, avoid the reality of our impact on the environment, avoid the reality that 6.4 billion people is more like a virus than a healthy relationship with the biosystem, with the ecosystem, to avoid the reality that diseases such as AIDS have been popping up in ridiculous numbers in some countries in Africa. Up to 30%, 35% of the people in these countries have AIDS. This is 1 out of 3 people are infected with this life-ending virus. To avoid the rise of cancer, the conception of cancer, to avoid new illnesses, dengue in the south, the rise of malaria, the rise of yellow fever, and most in the places where nature once ruled, these diseases are popping up in higher and higher numbers. And this we should think about. We should be able to connect this with some of our actions. We are in there, we're in the rainforest, taking out thousands and thousands and thousands of grandfather trees a week, and selling them for lumber wood. And this is destroying the biosystem of this ecosystem. Once you take those trees out, it becomes a desert, because a tree that has a width wider than my wingspan can hold hundreds of gallons of water. And in the rainforest, you have these rains, but the trees are bringing the rains. It's all connected, and you take out the most important part, these grandfather trees, and you destroy everything. And we're still doing this as we're approaching a climatic point of change, of universal and worldly change. So it's like we are conflicting the change. We are going we're swimming against the river. And so it can be dangerous, but I'm preparing myself. I have found safe spots, energy safe spots, in case the world chooses to, in case we choose to live a certain way, that the world needs to do what it does to balance out its energies, because we have natural defenses. My body is going to first create a fever if I get sick, if I get a virus. If this fever doesn't work, it's going to send out white blood cells. And then these white blood cells are going to attack the virus, identify the virus, attack the virus. And it's a process of defenses. And my body is no different than the Earth's body.